friends, how are you today? Well, welcome back to Marisa's Cucina Italiana. Thank you for subscribing, even if it's a couple of views at a time. I appreciate it very much. And don't forget to share it. Today we're going to be making Chinese beef fried rice. Family's favorite. Even though it's not Italian, I've introduced the red pepper in it, so I've made it Italian. Recipe was given to me by an old Chinese restaurant person who ran a restaurant in Toronto. I loved the way he made it with the beef and the egg in it, the fried egg, like we're going to show you. And it's just been going. I can make tons of this and it'll be eaten. So we're going to go ahead and show you the ingredients because it's all stuff that you can prepare very easily. Okay? Let's go right down and start with our half a cup of red cubed peppers. I have cubed and also sliced celery, again a half a cup of carrots. You can thinly slice them if you can. If not, cubed is good. You have a half a cup of course, fresh onion. I've also added about a quarter to a half a teaspoon of ginger. And then we have a cup of peas. Frozen peas would be best. And here is our fried rice that I told you about. Oh, sorry, the fried egg. It's just a really, really thin egg. You just make it in a little pan and then you can cut it up into little cubes or little strips. And then of course our main ingredient, which is our rice. I, for 2 people, make 1 3/4 cups of rice. And I use parboiled, and in America I used to use Uncle Ben's. Here in Italy we use another one called Scotti, and it's very good. I like it. If you want to use your normal Japanese rice because you have it, go ahead. And here is our beef, also another main product. And as you can see, these are little teeny strips, very thin. Let me show you here. Okay, I'm going to remove these two and the rice so that I have a little better vision of it. All right, I asked my butcher to cut me these very, very thin, okay, almost see-through pieces of what we call here in Italy a fettina. I guess in America you would call it like it would be the family from the steak. Now, if you can't get it this thin, okay, and then you cut them very thinly. I cut them in half like this, and then also like this, so that they come in little teeny pieces. You can take a you can also use a steak, nice thick 1-inch, 2-inch steak, something very tender. Put it in your freezer for, I'd say, that 20 minutes, that it gets enough that you can cut it and you can manage it because it freezes a little bit, and then that'll be just perfect also. Okay? So we're going to now just move right over to the stove and we're going to prepare the beef fried rice in front of you. Alright, so here we are. Our pan is heating really high. Again, everybody has a wok. This is a wok type pan. I'd say about 3 tablespoons of oil. I use olive oil. You be free to use any type you like. So when it gets nice and hot, okay, you'll see it sizzling. Because when that meat hits that pan, you want it to sizzle, okay? And I'm pretty sure that this is gonna sizzle really good. Let's see. We'll try one piece. Oh yeah. So put it in. Oh, that's sizzling. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear the sizzling and the tossing. As soon as that, see how fast that cooks. Okay? It's letting all that juice out. I raise up my heat a little bit because you know what happens when you put something cold into oil. So raise it up a little bit more. Your wok always has to be, or your pan, I've done this even in a pan. As long as it's hot, you're fine. And this is going to cook really fast. You can see it. It's browning. Now, I forgot to mention before, but remember we're going to be using soya sauce. We can also use the, what is that, Kikkoman. I bought the light version, and I put 3 tablespoons in the meat while it was marinating. I forgot to mention that. I will be putting that in the recipe though. So, and I add a little bit after. So what we're going to do now, this is cooked. We're going to pull out this meat. Okay. It's going to leave us with some beautiful broth, beef broth that we want to keep because that's all the seasoning. Okay. Pretty much take it all out. It's okay if a couple pieces are in there at the end. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to start adding our, here it is, here's our beef. We're going to add that in again at the end. And we're going to start by adding our pepper, our celery, and keep it on high. We want those to just really cook easily. We want to get our onion. We want to get our carrot, and we want to stir that along where we have that really nice beef that has cooked in there. Again, high, always high. I've got it on my highest setting, and you want to move that around. Now the piece I put in a half, and then I like to put in the other half when I throw in the rice, so that I have a few that get the flavor and a few for color. So I leave about a 1/4 cup there. Isn't that beautiful, that color? Look at that. We've got our red, our orange. Oh, and the perfume is wonderful. Okay. Now, all we got to do is put our egg that we've cut. See how fast that cooked? I don't even think it's a couple of minutes. And we add a little bit of soya sauce on that egg. Heat that back up a little bit. And that's why it's called stir fry. There you go. And what are we missing? We're missing our rice, which we'll add. So we take our beef, and we're going to put that right back in, even with the juices that we have there. Okay. Beautiful. Now you could serve this over rice noodles if you like. We've always done it with rice, and again, our soya sauce is kind of light, so we weren't going to get that really dark soya sauce like the United States has. But there you go. Look at that. That's how nice that looks. Isn't that beautiful? There you go. Okay, so we're almost there. Now we add in we can add in a few little pieces of that ginger. I don't add too much, but just enough. And then we start adding in our beef. All that other good stuff that I showed you. And at the end, of course, our rice is what we're adding in right now. Now this is for, I said it was for 2 people. Now, we will eat probably this and have some leftovers for tomorrow. But again, if you have a big family, 3 people, this would be feeding 3 people. And it looks like a lot, but you know, it's 1 3/4 cups of rice. When you go to the Chinese restaurant, they give you about a half of this. And you want always some more for the next day. And then I just measure in a little bit of my, this is salt-free. Okay. Well, like I said, it doesn't turn very dark because we don't have that here. There you go. I'll put in a little bit of the other one. And before it starts sticking, reduce the heat. And this is our Chinese fried rice. Right there. There you go. And now we'll put it in a plate and we'll give it a test. All right, so listen, my kitchen smells like a Chinese restaurant. All right, we're going to go ahead. I put those little peas on the top that I had left over just for color. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to serve myself some of this wonderful fried rice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and serve it. Get a little bit of the meat and some of those red peppers. And the colors are beautiful. The egg. There you go. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. And you can see the steam still coming up. All right, I do have chopsticks here. I am not good at this at all. I will try though, okay? Let's give this a try. It's always the same. This recipe never is different. I always use the same ingredients. Let me try this again. Madam, it is delicious, okay? A piece of meat. Yes. Definitely, it's absolutely wonderful. All right, well, again, if you've liked this recipe, it's very simple, not hard at all. Just prepare all your ingredients before, head to the stove with your wok, and it's ready in 5 minutes. Make sure the family's ready too. Okay, so don't forget to go to Marisa's Cucina Italiana for the complete recipe, although it's below. And don't forget to subscribe. Please share and like this video. I'd appreciate that. And we'll see you in the future soon. Okay? Thanks for watching. And don't forget, Mangia Mangia.